Alex Polizzi is an award-winning hotelier with over 20 years' experience of working in the world's most luxurious hotels. Born into the legendary Forte hotel dynasty, she's on a crusade to transform Britain's most desperate hotels and B&Bs.
Maybe the reason you're failing isn't so much Wisbeach as it is the way that you run the hotel.
From outrageous owners...
One gentleman rang up and said his brother-in-law had died and he wasn't going to come down. And I said, well, I'm really sorry. If you'd like to send down a copy of the death certificate, I will refund your money.
To dodgy decor.
But you have to make a man feel like he's not waking up in Barbara Cartland's underwear.
Nothing escapes the hotel inspector's beady eye.
Who's responsible for that?
Sally.
Bull. Whose fault is it?
Mine.
Thank you.
Or her quest for perfection.
This is the sign of a disordered mind.
This week, the hotel inspector battles bad taste in Blackpool.
Need I say more? There's no point in them spending 190 grand and then spending 190 grand on a schlock. I'm getting the feeling immediately that design-wise this really needs thinking through.
That hasn't really impressed me. I was just expecting more of a wow factor, I suppose.
But they have heard that phrase wow factor on some house decorating show.
Blackpool on the Lancashire coast is the UK's most popular seaside resort. But every year, fewer and fewer people are staying, and the thousands of B&Bs are struggling. At the sharp end in the Blackpool suburb of North Shore is the 3-star Sunnyside Hotel.
We're doing bacon, eggs, full English this morning.
David Webb and Julie Sayer threw in careers in printing and accountancy to buy the £24 a night B&B 3 years ago. Now the future is looking anything but sunny.
People that use this type of accommodation, it's dwindling. It's becoming less and less.
We had vacancies during the eliminations, and that is unheard of, really.
In a bid to boost their crippling 22% occupancy, Julie and David have a bold plan.
We've made this decision to do a total revamp of the hotel.
Flying in the face of a worldwide recession, they're sinking their life savings into refurbishing the B&B in the hope of turning it from a lowly 3 to a lofty 5 stars.
You want me to tell you how much it's going to cost?
The budget is £190,000.
3, isn't it?
This is 3.
That's 3. So we have no knowledge or any expertise in refurbishments or anything of that nature. Yes, I can potter around and push a paintbrush around and do a simple bit of wiring, but we're talking major work here.
They're changing everything, including their decor.
Even though we've improved the interior of the hotel, all we've done really is decorative work.
And they're aiming to be ready for the start of the summer season in just 5 months.
We're hoping to, at a push, to be open for the Maybank holiday.
Is what we're aiming for.
Otherwise it's going to be, where's the money?
Yeah.
Plans are already in motion. They've decided a layout and features such as intelligent lighting, electronic keycards and flat-screen televisions, even in the bathrooms.
Because flat-screen TV will be here.
I want a jacuzzi bath because I just think that they're going to watch the telly, the bubbles are going to come up, and I just think it will add value and it will be a nicer experience for them.
The couple are intent on spending themselves out of trouble to rise above the competition.
We will be the only 5-star accreditation in North Shore. We believe that Blackpool will climb, it will be better.
I mean, the airport's taking off, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's got an airport as well. A lot of towns haven't got an airport.
We've got 3 piers,
No.
lovely beach,
Yeah.
a tower.
Theatre. I mean, it has everything.
You know, what hasn't it got? And if we don't change, then we'll have to go and find full-time jobs. It's got to be done. We've got to do it, otherwise it's sink or swim. And We've got no choice, really.
With so much at stake, Julie and David are looking for support from Alex Polizzi, an award-winning hotelier who's worked in a host of five-star hotels across the globe.
Good afternoon, Alex.
Hello, how are you,
I'm
David?
I am indeed.
Hello. Julie, Alex Polizzi. Thank you very much.
Alex will stay the night at the three-star Sunnyside Hotel to work out just how far they've got to go to reach their five-star dream. The couple have chosen the best room for Alex.
This is room 4, sunniest room in the house.
Lovely.
Right, OK, well, we'll leave you to settle in.
Thank you.
The rooms have been decorated to Julie and David's taste. By casting her eyes over the three-star B&B, the hotel inspector will know if the couple have five-star flair.
Who hangs two pictures like that? What is that? The woman's height picture and the man's height picture?
It's not a promising start. What will the rest of the B&B's decoration throw up?
The curtain doesn't match the bedspread, doesn't match the walls. Really, the depths of bad taste. They definitely need some design help here.
If the Sunnyside's current decor is a reflection of what Julie and David hope to offer, then their new five-star hotel could be in trouble before work's even started.
We may be looking at the amount of money we're spending and thinking that's the answer. But in reality, spending all that money isn't necessarily the answer.
No. The money might not be the answer. We might be able to do things another way without
spending all that money, but still creating the overall effect that we want to create.
Yeah. But that's why we're
asking the experts the
that's why we're asking for the help and advice.
My gut instinct is that they must be stark raving mad to spend that amount of money at this point in time. There's no point them spending 190 grand and then spending 190 grand on a schlock.
Worse, the couple and Alex failed to see eye to eye on anything.
I'm not convinced that that little bit of saving's worth it.
Every little bit of saving's worth it, darling. My goodness gracious me, you've got enough lighting in this ceiling for the battleship Galactica.
That looks like a travel lodge, and that's not what we're creating.
I completely disagree with you.
David Webb and Julie Sayer have a dream: to transform their failing 3-star B&B in Blackpool into a flourishing 5-star guest house. To make it a reality, they're risking everything, including almost £200,000.
Yeah, I'd be happier showing somebody into a room that's gorgeous.
The couple have already decided on certain aspects of the refurbishment, but due to their lack of experience, they've called upon expert hotelier Alex Polizzi to guide them.
We just want convincing we're either going down the right road or we're not. And if we're not, then if Alex could point us in the right direction, then obviously we would rethink these things.
The hotel inspectors already found one glaring problem: an eye for design in desperate need of an optician.
Really, the depths of bad taste.
As part of her inspection, Alex has spent the night at the hotel. In the kitchen, it's breakfast time for the guest of honour.
I just see it as another guest, and they should be treated exactly the same, to be honest.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yes, I did, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What can I get you for breakfast?
I'm going to do the full cooked.
All right, OK. Can Alex have a full English breakfast, please?
Certainly. You let me know what stage she's at, and then I'll do the egg, and we're ready.
Here we go.
Thank you. Well, I hate the decor down here because it's kind of got no guiding principle. There's the fake copper-backed bar. There's a few little black and white. They look like old postcards of Blackpool. Need I say more? Then you've got some rather odd little decorations on the mantel shelf. Isn't the way you do up a hotel.
Right, my little angel. There we go, my love.
Here we go.
Thank you very much, Julie.
I'll just pop your toast there.
Lovely.
Okay. Enjoy
Thanks.
your breakfast.
Thank you. They definitely have to pick up their game to make it a 5-star.
With interior design skills that will fall far short of 5 stars, Alex wants to make sure the extravagant guest house stands out from the crowd for the right reasons.
So let's start at the beginning. What are you doing out here?
Patio is going to be relaid into Indian sandstone. So that's all going to be ripped up and redone.
Now, can I ask you something which may seem a little mean? Who bought those heads?
Julie.
And Julie, why?
Well, because I wanted a sort of like a Buddhist spiritual feeling about our sun lounge.
So you thought it would give it a bit of zen?
I
calm.
did, yeah.
Okay.
Hasn't worked, has it?
No. No, sorry. Let's go on in.
Next, Alex needs evidence that 5-star guests will be given a 5-star welcome.
OK, so this is the first room your guests will walk into.
It is, yes.
What is the vision?
We'd like to go back to the original floorboards.
Very chic, if a bit noisy.
This room will be a nice big room with a nice bit of continuity going into the front, we feel.
What fireplace are you thinking of?
Again, it'll be very modern. It will be the one that sits in the wall and it will have pebbles.
And the general decor in here?
Open to suggestions, really.
Well, because it sounds like you're going down a contemporary route.
So,
That's the route we want to take.
yes.
That's something I already want to plant in your minds, that there's no point being half-hearted about this. So with 6 bedrooms, you don't have time for many flights of fantasy. What you decide is the look, and you carry that look the whole way through. OK? Should we go through to the dining room?
Certainly, yeah.
Right.
In the dining room, we're going to reduce the bar area because...
You don't need it.
So we're taking the bar away. We're going to keep the licence, but we're actually going to take the bar itself.
Very sensible.
Furniture is oak.
So does that mean you won't have to use tablecloths and things like
That's
that?
another thing we're debating.
Well, we did debate whether to put a tablecloth on an oak table just as a dressing rather than...
You've got to decide what your look is.
Yes.
Again, I'm getting the feeling immediately that design-wise this really needs thinking through.
With a modern-style lounge and a traditional feel to the breakfast room, will the budding interior designers adopt another style for the bedrooms?
Right, so what is happening in here?
We're in a bit of a quandary here. I have two sort of hats. I've got a hat that I feel comfortable with, and I've got a hat that I think will sell, because we keep
Right.
being told about the wow factor.
You are clear about the fact that you are not doing up your own house.
Yes.
You're doing up somewhere that you're going to sell.
That's why I'm having a problem.
Yeah.
And in the bathroom?
But with the bath, you see, I prefer the freestanding bath. But Julie wants... Or
I quite
prefer
fancy jacuzzi.
the jacuzzi
simply
bath.
because it adds to the experience.
I just think that all these things, they're these little bits where you've let your flights of fantasy go completely mad, but I don't think that it's necessary in a guest house.
Fine.
Right, fair enough.
Okay, I need to see some figures too, please.
Julie's department.
Madame, it's you in the hot seat. Let's go.
This massive financial investment is a huge risk for David and Julie. Alex wants to make sure every penny is spent wisely.
And I'd like now to talk through the costs, the budgetary costs of everything. For
Yes.
example, how much you're spending on the structural work, for example.
Building works are £67,000. The bathroom sanitary ware is £11,500.
Yeah.
Beds are £3,000, so that's like £500 each.
I would
that
never
is
argue about people come here for bed, bath, breakfast.
yes.
Those are the three things.
At the moment, the aim is to have Egyptian cotton sheets, a sort of 400 count.
But if instead of getting Egyptian 400 thread count, you get 300 standard range and save yourself 400 quid, then I think you're doing a much more intelligent thing. What makes me uncomfortable still now is the amount of money you're spending.
I'm not convinced that that little bit of saving's worth it.
Every little bit of saving is worth it, darling.
Right.
I think it's so easy to bloody spend money and so hard to bloody make it.
Next, the hotel inspector wants to talk about the deplorable decor.
I'm slightly nervous about your design skills. I mean, looking around here as it is now, there's no evidence of a great taste. You know, why the little dragons all along the mantelpiece? Why the old pictures next to the old pictures of Blackpool, next to the swag curtains?
Yes. No continuity.
Nothing?
Nothing, no.
I think you definitely need some help. And within that help, I will try and help a little bit with the budget as well. Try and make sure that we trim any excess of that.
Brilliant.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
The final point Alex wants to address is an area critical to any five-star establishment.
On the service front, I want to say to you, sound a couple of warning notes. You haven't done a lot of work in this industry. Now, I came in yesterday. I've been travelling since 7:30 in the morning. Neither of you offered to carry my bag up to my room.
That's very true. Now, normally, see, we did, wouldn't we? Now, why didn't we do it yesterday?
I don't know, yes.
It's a good point. We normally do, trust me. But for yesterday, we didn't, you're right.
Then, for some reason, I probably interrupted somebody when they were cleaning, but when I put the loo seat up, the loo brush was in the loo. You know, someone who's spending £100 a night would have found it completely
It
unacceptable.
shouldn't be there, you're right.
No, you're right.
Okay.
The hotel inspector departs, leaving the couple with a feast of food for thought. But David has remembered to carry her bag.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you. See you soon.
Yeah,
Good.
that'd be good. It showed me that maybe I wasn't as fixed and on what I want as I thought I was, which is what Alex is saying. We haven't really made up our mind what we're doing, and maybe that's why we haven't been upset about what she said.
The hotel inspector wants them to concentrate on three main areas that will help them as they reach for the stars. Firstly, they must rein in their spending.
What time this website boy's coming?
2 o'clock.
But we're going to go with that heading, aren't we? With the moving picture?
The moving pictures, yeah.
Regardless of cost.
I want that, please, yes.
Alex is also worried about David and Julie's taste, or lack of it. She's offering to help design interiors that will ensure a 5-star finish. And lastly, great service is key to the success of the couple's star-studded pursuit. Without it, this gamble will be for nothing. the beginning of January, and David and Julie's dream is finally underway. The B&B has turned into a building site.
It's got to look good.
Oh, that's it. Go on, break the place.
Who knows?
What was there?
Excuse me.
I was worried they were going to stay there. So I hope they sort that out.
What's this?
Now that shouldn't be there.
Scheduled to finish in May in time for the season, David and Julie were already committed to parts of the refurbishment before they met Alex. The layout, the plumbing, the electrics, and the bathrooms. With just 4 months to go, the hotel inspector has returned to check on progress and unveil her 5-star concept for the interior decoration.
This is the room that you were in. Do you recognise it?
It looks wonderful. It looks so light. So much bigger. But my goodness gracious me, you've got enough lighting in this ceiling for the battleship Galactica.
And we've got 3 more to come in the bay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We've been led by an electrician, obviously, because it's new to us.
What do electricians get their money on doing?
No.
In my opinion, you slightly overrate the pudding.
Alex had hoped the couple would rein in their spending, but when it comes to Blackpool's first indoor illuminations, money's no object.
Here we go, bathroom number 1.
Oh, look at this. It's completely transformed.
Isn't it?
You're still having a TV in here?
Yes.
We are having the TV in the wall.
I completely disapprove of the TV. You wouldn't go to many 5-star hotels and have a TV in the bathroom. And this is one area where you're overreaching. But on the other hand, I can't tell you how much better it looks. I'd like to show you, having critiqued your ideas, I think I ought to give you right to reply.
Yeah, fine.
Okay?
Yeah, lovely.
This could be the fun bit.
Let's go.
Could be.
With a £900 bathroom television, the couple's enthusiasm to spend their whole budget shows no sign of going away. Alex and her team have designed a template for the rooms, which will have 5-star style without the cost.
So I started immediately by rejigging the rooms. We saved over £1,000. I've put one bedside table where you have. I've made the bed a zip and link bed rather than a double.
Why?
Because then you can sell it as a twin,
Right.
as well as a double room.
With this blueprint, the new guest house could really compete with the best and cut their £190,000 budget.
Sample, cushion, bed throw.
I like the material.
Well, it's all top quality stuff, darling. Nothing but nothing but the best for you.
David and Julie simply need to give it the green light.
Have I thrown you? You don't look very happy, Dave.
I have to
Tell me.
say, I know that you're the professional, but I was expecting to be more impressed. That hasn't really impressed me.
Tell me why. What?
I was just expecting more of a wow factor, I suppose.
Alex's 20 years of experience working in 5-star establishments isn't enough to impress the couple. Fortunately, the hotel inspector has come prepared. A computer graphic to bring her design to life.
Just trying to do something that looks very high class, but fairly simple.
But that looks like a travel lodge, and that's not what we're creating.
I completely disagree with you. My remit was to try and save you some money and still give you a high quality product.
Yes.
And that is the aspect that I've tried to achieve
Yes.
here.
As I said to you earlier, I just expected something else, but not that.
With just over 3 years' experience in budget B&Bs, David and Julie have rejected the hotel inspector's design, and she leaves carrying her own bag.
I have to say that I was surprised. I was looking for something more than what's been shown, I think. I don't know what, in terms of more, but I don't know, I just expect to be more of a wow factor, I think, really.
Him and I obviously have very different views on what constitutes a wow factor. I think they've basically already made up their minds how they want to do it. They have heard that phrase wow factor on some house decorating show. I don't think that they've ever shown that their taste is good enough to rely on.
Is the Battle of Blackpool about to get bloodier?
You were treating this like a vanity project. Is that a poached egg, Julie? It's like a fried egg. I would like to point out to you that you lost your 5th star.
The Sunnyside Hotel in Blackpool is getting an extreme makeover. Julie Sayer and David Webb are investing £190,000 to gut the 3-star B&B and put up a 5-star guest house.
Because these are now going to be wet rooms. I didn't obviously check the plans very well.
But with very little knowledge of either the hotel industry or major refurbishments, they've looked to the hotel inspector for help.
We will do everything that we possibly can to achieve their end result.
Alex's design for the new luxury B&B's interior didn't wow the couple.
That hasn't really impressed me. I was just expecting more of a wow factor, I suppose.
But they have heard that phrase wow factor on some house decorating show.
It's the beginning of March in Blackpool, and with just over 2 months to finish, the building work is in full swing.
You can see things moving on now. Decorators are moving in, and so you can see real progress as opposed to just thinking progress.
Everything seems to be going well.
At the moment downstairs, they've already started to fix the fittings for the new suspended ceilings. All the walls are to be replastered, skimmed over. Hopefully we're still in with their time building-wise.
But decisions on the internal decoration are still up in the air, and time is running out.
Since Alex's last visit, initially we were in a bit of a shock, to be honest, when she first showed us her mood boards. But then when we settled down a day or two later, we've actually taken on board quite a bit of it, really.
Finally, David and Julie are following the hotel inspector's advice. The rooms will now have the beds, colour scheme and overall look Alex designed. Just 10 weeks before the couple will be assessed by Visit England, the hotel inspector is back for the first time since the rumble in the rubble.
I have to tell you that I felt really downhearted after I came last time. What I was trying to do was save you money, but I don't think that that's something that you're particularly concerned with.
Yes, you were trying to save us money, I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's just something we wanted something different.
in our defence, not that we have to defend ourselves.
No.
At the end of the day, we have to feel happy about what we're doing.
I felt in a way like you were treating this like a vanity project. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why did you ask me to come if then you don't take any of my advice when I do?
No, it's not quite true, is it? Because we have taken some of your advice.
What advice have you taken?
With the throws, we've took that on board. And the colours, how they have to, what was the word? Flow? Or
Hang together.
hang together. We've taken that on board.
And the beds you showed us.
Oh, good. Are you going to go with the zip and link then?
Yes.
The zip and link.
Yes.
And,
Oh
and the
gosh,
ground.
I'm really pleased about that.
Yes.
OK, so let's draw a line under the bedrooms. What I feel like we have to address is the service standards, which are so different from 3-star to 5-star. So I've arranged for us to go to one of Blackpool's finest 5-star guest houses to have a session where I can evaluate where you stand on the service skills necessary.
Okay. My biggest fear is probably generally like everybody's, that you won't come up to scratch. Yeah, failure.
David and Julie will deal with the booking, the check-in and the all-important breakfast, while the hotel inspector will be marking their progress.
Nice carpet.
A 5-star booking must include answering the phone within 5 rings and handling the calls professionally.
Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon, St Luke's.
Oh, hello. Is that number 1?
It is indeed. Sorry about that.
Do you have a room for tonight, please, for me?
We certainly have.
Lovely. Can I make a booking, please?
Yes, certainly. I'll just get to my desk. Can I just take your name, please?
Yes, my name is Alex Polizzi.
Thank you, Alex.
I would like a double room for single occupancy, if that's okay.
No, that's not a problem.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you later.
Thank you very much for your booking.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
The check-in needs to make the guest feel at home while maintaining a polite distance.
Hello.
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 Hi. You're Alex.
I'm Alex.
Hello, Alex.
Thank you.
David.
Alex Polizzi, hello.
Okay.
Let me just carry your bag, Alex,
Yes,
and we'll
let's take
take
your
you up to your room, shall we?
Lovely, thank you very much.
Not a problem. Welcome to the green room.
Thank you very much. Lovely.
We don't go in for rules as such, but we have a quick room guide to enhance your stay with us. Without being sort of big-headed, it's been all right. It's been nice. It's been a nice atmosphere, and it is the easy bit, really. I don't think there's anything we'd have done differently.
Confident with how the booking and check-in went, Julie and David's next challenge is the breakfast. Nothing but a flawless fry-up and immaculate service will do.
Can I take your breakfast order and...
Lovely.
What would you like?
I'm going to have, please, poached eggs, crispy bacon, tomato and some mushrooms.
Oh, I've got to say, this is going to be new to me, doing a poached egg in boiling water.
Would you like bread with your breakfast, or do you want to wait for toast? Bread?
I'll have toast, please.
Okay.
The mushrooms are almost there, so I'm just waiting for a poached egg, and then we're very nearly there.
Is that a poached egg, Julie?
It is, but to be fair, it's his first try. We just have to practice. It looks more like a fried egg.
It's like a fried egg,
Yes,
yeah.
I know. Can I get you anything else? More tea, fruit juice, apple juice?
Actually, just to let you know, we're going out for dinner.
Out for dinner. OK then. I can recommend, not personally, but I can recommend a new Spanish restaurant that's opened up on Lytham Road.
Lovely.
Yeah?
I'll let you know what I'd like you to
Oh, good. All right
Thank
then.
you.
Enjoy.
David and Julie have just 10 weeks before they're put to the test in their own guest house. Now it's time for Alex to reveal if they've got what it takes for the launch to 5 stars,
David, Julie, come up, please.
or if it's a case of, Blackpool, we have a problem.
Oh, right. Oh, right. That's a nice touch.
Thank you.
Very nice.
David and Julie, I want to tell you how you've achieved. On the booking, there were some very good points. However, you took no contact details from me, David.
I realised in the
and on the arrival, I would be very surprised if someone walking through your front door was called immediately by their first name.
I did ask Alex, she given you permission to ask her?
Normally, you would say Miss Polizzi, and I would say, please do call me Alex.
Yes.
Breakfast. You forgot initially to ask me if I wanted toast, and the second time you forgot to ask that I wanted brown or white.
Yes.
The breakfast, by the way, was very nicely cooked. I liked it. I would say the area where you probably let yourself down was in the chat about me eating out for an evening. You should never recommend a restaurant unless you've been there yourself. Something else I'd like to point out, that Julie, you always look very smart.
Thank you.
And David, I think that when you have a 5-star guest house, you'll need to start smartening yourself up a bit. That first impression that is made by the owner, the proprietor, is as important as the first impression made by a building. So under these circumstances, I would like to point out to you that you would have lost your 5th star. However, it is within reach. I'm going to give it to you. If you lose more than a certain number of points, when the inspector comes to you, you will not get your 5 stars, which with such a huge investment would be extremely disappointing.
The final star is in their grasp. David and Julie have got just 2 weeks before the guest house will be opening. But the couple's work on their all-important service skills has taken a back seat to opening their guest house, with a little help from the builders. It's the end of May, and after 5 months where the once rather sad-looking Sunnyside B&B stood, this smart-looking guest house has emerged from the dust and debris with a new name. Langtrees. Inside, the lounge and dining room have been transformed from dark and dated into comfortable and contemporary. Upstairs, the questionable decor and pokey bedrooms are now light and spacious with every convenience a guest could need. And Alex's suggestions for the colour scheme, zip and link beds, cushions and throws are the details that make all the difference. Where there were once small, shoddy bathrooms, now there are generous, gleaming wet rooms and spa baths.
The building itself is fantastic. I mean, we think it's absolutely lovely. And if I was staying here, I have to say that I'd be really, really pleased to be here.
Even David has had a scrub up. Now Langtrees appears to have everything required of a 5-star guest house. The question is, does it have the right owners? The hotel inspector is back in Blackpool to find out.
Hello, Alex. How you doing?
It looks wonderful outside.
Thank you.
Congratulations, it's done.
Let us show you and show it a wonderful, wonderful building.
I'm dying to see. Go on, lead
Lovely.
on. Look at this.
Yeah, isn't it lovely?
It's so different. Let's see. I love the window seat. The tables are great. The little chairs.
It's
Well
lovely.
done, well done. And let's have a look.
Dining room?
Dining room. Your oak looks very nice.
Yeah.
We love it. We do think it looks nice.
And I love the modern, clean look. No tablecloths. It looks fab. So far, so good.
We're proud of it.
We are proud
We
of
are
it.
proud of it. It is lovely.
So you're going to show me the bedroom?
We'd love to. Let's go.
Gosh,
There we go.
this was in a very different state when I saw it some time ago.
Yeah.
How have you done on the budget?
About 10,000 over.
So is that 200k altogether? So basing that on an average room rate, let's hope, of £100 a night, more or less, I think that's about a year of full occupancy.
Yeah.
Does that scare you?
Well, we've got a 6-year plan.
Yeah, 6 years.
We don't expect it to make a return for the first 2 or 3 years. That's.
I'm glad you're realistic. I love these mirrors. They're fabulous. And this is the only room you put the TV in.
And on the TV.
I have to say though, the finish is fantastic in here, and I really, really congratulate you on it. So you've definitely got the look. Of course, the question is whether you have the 5-star service skills.
Tonight, the hotel is full for the first time ever.
Good evening. My name is David, and welcome.
Unknown to David and Julie, one of the guests is an assessor from Visit England, here to rate Langtrees. The nature of his job means his identity must remain secret.
The breakfast menu over here, if you'd like to fill it in,
Sure.
it would be helpful, but obviously if you change your mind in the morning, there isn't a problem. There's instructions to work the telly and the DVD.
I bet I'll get stuck with that, that's for sure.
Well, we're here. This is the bathroom.
Once everyone is checked in, Alex sneaks up to see the Visit England assessor.
Come in.
Hi. So how do you think they're doing?
I think they're doing really well, actually. I know she's a little bit nervous, but from the check-in point of view, I thought that went really well. And the overall quality of the rooms, you know, the bedroom and the bathroom is really high quality.
Very
So
high.
certainly no problem with the 5-star mark there.
It does have a well factor.
If we didn't get 5-star, it would be because of us, not because of the building, the furniture and fixtures.
I think the only thing would be to see breakfast in the morning. That's really where I think it's going to be key for them to do, a really sound job.
I agree.
Night falls over Langtrees. Tomorrow, the couple will find out if their £200,000 investment was worth it. With the pressure mounting, it's more than just the inspector that's revealed.
Julie, I ought to introduce you properly.
So the grade that's going to be given to you today is
6 months ago, David Webb and Julie Sayer dreamt of a 5-star future for them and their B&B.
I'm confident in what we're doing. David is as well, but I just know it'll work.
The small step from 3 to 5 stars has been a giant leap for the couple.
We feel we can face the challenge and we feel it's going to be worth it.
David and Julie's level of service was below par, taste has not been their forte, and Alex is worried this could shatter their dream. At a cost of £200,000, the metamorphosis is complete.
Please can I ask you to sign the registration form for me?
Langtry's is full of guests, including a tourist board assessor here undercover to award Julie and David's star rating. Their future is in their own hands. Can the couple add to the 5-star look of Langtry's by delivering a 5-star service?
So I'm not a chef, I'm just a cook. Soft bun with bacon, egg and sausage. Absolutely calm as anything at the moment.
But the calm doesn't last long.
I've got 2 fried eggs to do with these and they can both go out together.
Whatever you want to do.
All right.
Just do it. How long are we going to be?
Couple of minutes.
And David is struggling with a poached egg.
Thank you so much.
Can I get you any sauces?
No, thank you. Breakfast is lovely. The bacon stands out and it's all perfectly cooked, so I think they're doing a good job.
I think breakfast's gone really well this morning. My biggest worry is that I would keep people waiting, but no, they seem to be happy and it seems to be just ticking along nicely. Because you want to leave people with a good impression, you want to give them a good breakfast, so it's stressful till it's over, really.
As the other guests leave, it's time to find out what they thought of the Langtry's experience.
I would rate this hotel 5-star, I really do.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye now. All in all, I would say it's a very, very nice hotel and I would love to stay there again.
Now it's the turn of the professional, and his judgment is what really matters.
Hi, Julie.
Hello.
Just to say I'm off now.
Lovely.
Thank you very much for a very comfortable stay.
Oh, good. I'm glad you
Thoroughly
enjoyed it.
enjoyed. The hospitality was spot on, so thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Before you go, Julie, I want to introduce you properly to who's Inspector for Quality and Tourism and did your assessment for you.
Thank you for being here. We wanted it done quickly.
Do you want to go and get David?
I will.
Thank you very much.
With the assessor revealed to David and Julie, it's time for his verdict, as the couple's service matched their 5-star surroundings.
First impressions, I thought excellent for the incoming guest, which is spot on. Arrival yesterday, very warm welcome, Julie. Thank you ever so much.
That's all right.
My only thought here is, I've never stayed here before. You could point out the lounge. You offer to come around back to my room. Great, thank you ever so much. Bedrooms, again, really high quality. Excellent beds, guys, wonderful bed. Bathrooms, you know, high quality throughout, a lot of thought, a lot of care. The wet rooms work really well. Around the shower, which was absolutely first rate, gallons of hot water, but it wasn't running away quick enough and it was actually beginning to head down towards the bedroom carpet. Breakfast, I thought a very good comprehensive menu. All I'm going to say to you is you only do breakfast, that's the main meal experience here, that's all you do.
Yes.
Okay? Now, for me, that should be the very best experience that anybody could wish for. You mentioned on the menu fresh orange juice or fresh apple juice. I think it should be if you're saying that's what it is.
Yes. Fresh orange juice means freshly squeezed.
You know, if you're going to give fresh, give it fresh.
The assessment hasn't gone perfectly, but have they done enough?
So the grade that's going to be given to you today is 5-star.
Hooray! You did it!
Yeah.
I'm so pleased for you.
So are we.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You know, I think you'll do really well.
Thank you.
That's
Good.
fantastic.
Pleasure.
The time has come to say goodbye.
Alex, thank you for your help.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm absolutely thrilled for you that your gamble's paid off.
Thank you very much. Safe journey.
Thanks, Daz.
Oh.
Bye.
The journey itself has been pleasurable when you look at it as a whole picture. I mean, we can pick out little bits that we don't like, but if you look at the whole
It's
thing,
only just started, hasn't it?
yeah, I mean it has. But what we've done so far has been good. We've enjoyed
This is the beginning.
enjoyed it so far.
Next time on The Hotel Inspector, it's the War of the Roses.
Everywhere I look, every corner I turn, there's a mess somewhere. The more I see, the more disgusted I am, the more angry I'm getting with him. It feels like rigor mortis has already set in, and I'm not entirely sure if we can reanimate the corpse. You are polishing a turd, Jonathan.